our main feature, and we will be discussing partners in partnership. What a big one. Partners in partnership. Everybody wants to have partners, but are you two in partnership? And this morning we have our very, when she's been so busy. So having her today on our seat is like, wow, the radiant, beautiful one is here. Like someone would say, her smile is always captivating. She brings that smile to us. Well, if this is the first time you're going to be meeting her, let me present to you Pastor Gladys. Especially good morning to you. She is a marriage counselor, a relationship coach, and she's the president, founder of Ome Global. Let's shorten it down. Maybe she tell us what those of you that don't know her, they are seeing her now. But you know our regular, you know her, that she's our very own. Good morning, ma'am.
So good to have you.
So good to have you.
This year.
I'm telling you, at the point I was like, what happened? Our very own. I said our very own. That once we say she will, this time so busy.
Wow.
It's good.
Thank God.
You're still here with your radiant smile and brightness.
That one is inborn now, not be fake.
Good morning.
It's good to be here. Good morning, Galaxy family. Good morning, everyone out there. Good to be here today.
Okay.
Thank God.
Partners in partnership. What does it really mean? Maybe people that are trying to understand the topic that partners in partnership. What does it mean when we talk about partners in partnership?
Okay, what readily comes to mind? Thank you. What readily comes to mind is that when you assume that you are two or more in an organization or a relationship or having a cause together, you're automatically in partnership. Yes, you're two. You have a goal, right? But partnership is you honoring, being intentional, crafting your goal, your intention, aware of what your venture is, and then pursuing it. Not just assuming, no assumption. I could say Joy and I are partners in righteousness. It could just be mere words. But when we're intentional about how we run our lives, what we do part-time, as having that partnership goal as a pursuit, then we are really in partnership. Being conscious of what you're gunning for. Having that picture in view and pursuing it. Not just assumption.
Having the picture in view and pursuing it. Okay.
Okay, so I want to find out, is it possible for you to be partners and you're not in partnership? In terms of relationship, in terms of courtship, already married and yet to be married. Is it possible for you to be partners and not in partnership? And what can be done to help to bring this to reality, the partnership aspect, to bring it to reality? What can be done?
That is the major challenge relationships have, including marriage.
Now, before?
Still current. That's why marriage is still challenged. We assume things. That's the truth. We assume friendship. We assume relationship. We assume, belonging to somewhere. Do you really belong there? That's the truth. We assume, AJ is my friend. Are you she's your friend? You forget your birthday. When you need that most, she's not there. Not you. She's not there. All right. She's not reciprocating your love. There's no giving back. You are giving. There's no attention. You're not really in a relationship. You're just assuming. In fact, it's one-sided. That's not partnership. Now, if you're going to do marriage, a boy meeting a girl saying, yes, I do, and they sign a dotted line before the priest, is a journey of intentionality. You be the husband, let me be the wife. What are our roles? Let's spell it out and pursue it. Not just, I want to get married because I feel honey, because the clock is ticking, my friends are married, I want to belong. What do you intend to achieve? Let's raise babies. Okay, I want to have children as soon as couples. Why do you want to have children? Are you matured for it? Can you take care of those souls you're going to bring to the world? Do you have the resources? Do you have the maturity to nurture another life? Intentionality. You've got to be deliberate. That's it. You've got to be. So there's no assumption. You're going to do marriage. Come in as a husband or as a wife, not because you're feeling like you should marry, come in as a husband and know what is the role of a husband. Am I matured enough to play it? What is the wifey role? Am I ready? Am I emotionally stable for it? Am I all about myself? Me, myself, and I, what makes me tick? Am I willing to sacrifice for the good of another? That's marriage. That's relationship. That's partnership. It's two becoming one in goal, in heart, in mind, and pursuing a common goal, with both parts contributing their own quotas.
And what should be done to help people who are not seeing it the way you have just portrayed it now? Some people don't see it that way. What can be done to help them to move into that?
That is why we're here. That's the truth. To be on air is not a child's play, you and I know. That is why we are here. That's the truth. To send that information, to sensitize the masses, to educate us. In life, you mustn't be stagnant. You learn, unlearn, and relearn. Now, Bible says wisdom is justified of our children. When you're not getting the result you intend, ask yourself, there is a wisdom problem somewhere. Let me go for knowledge. Let me ask for wisdom. Don't be set in your ways. That's why we are here sharing, through our ministries, through our ventures, on thank God for social media, we are there everywhere, broadcasting this message. But many are not willing to learn. When you call for a financial seminar now, the hall will be jammed to overflow. When you say, come and learn how to be a wife, as a saying to be a husband, or come learn how to strengthen your union, you'll be counting heads because of lack of value. But everything boils down to a relationship, to the home, to the marriage. We'll take it for granted. So let's go for knowledge.
Let's go for knowledge. Now, you see, just like Olori asked her question, what can be this generation, this current generation dispensation that we are seeing that a lot of people, you said something, let us make babies. Are you matured to have that baby? Can you take care of that child? By the time you start asking those questions, I think it will help a lot of people not to even get married. Because I feel like marriage is not for everybody. We have not come to that point of understanding that it's not everybody that is supposed to get married. So if you want to get married, be ready, be intentional about it. But still on the question of as this generation, how, aside knowledge, making them understand that, because like you said, most people don't want to even sit down to hear. They feel like this is the way I am, and they carry that mentality into marriage. Take me the way I am, and then you sit down and your partner is complaining about something. Can you say, no, this is how I've been in all my life. If you love me, you would remain like that. How do we make them have that shift of mindset? That it's way far from if you love me, take me the way you are. You have to be so intentional about everything that has to do with partnership. Because I feel like if two people are running a business and you have set rules for that business, and you know that if you break the rules, there are penalties, definitely you would make sure we are here early, waking up early, because we know that there is a set rule.
So why you just like talking?
Oh, you like talking? Why don't we bring that mindset into marriage or relationship generally? What is the foundational thing, just like she asked, that can be done to make them understand that marriage is not Sherry Kant and Bia, it's not
all right. Marriage is beyond just emotion. Marriage is having a sense of value. A sense of value. And I think it begins with, the foundation. It begins with the courtship days. It boils down to communication on both partners. For you to be able to, adhere to the rules of your organization, the rules has already been set in place. And, when you've been appointed, they give you a form to fill. If you agree with the terms, rule of engagement, append your signature. My father in the Lord did something that people want to criticize on social media. When he wanted to marry his wife, having, an idea of who he is, his destiny. Even though it wasn't obvious, but he's a spirit man. He called his wife today and said to her, come, let's have a meeting. Sit down. This is our life. This is destiny. See who I am. This is my assignment. This is what I'm called to do. This is what I intend to do. Will you want to marry that kind of a person? You want to marry such a person? If you agree, just pen your signature. As in
Yes,
literally,
yes,
she
yes.
did.
I
And they are
remember he
good till
said that.
date. Or how do you explain on your honeymoon, they are bringing somebody that is a mad person into your vehicle on the honeymoon? There was nothing like honeymoon. Do you understand? It's time for us to get serious. Take your destiny with all sense of seriousness. Bible says, what can a man give in exchange for his soul? You are valuable. Don't just allow anybody to trash you or take in trash because you want to belong. No matter what you don't spell out at the beginning will come back. Sometimes we tend to sweep things under the carpet. I used to say it tomorrow that my husband met me in the church. So he can't tell me not to go to church.
To church.
Glory to- I tell singles to fulfill purpose. Discover who you are. A girl will tell you, I want to go to university, study this course, finish, graduate, make babies. What next? Is that what your life is about? God made men from the dust. Sorry, men, it's our season. God made men from the dust, but women were not made from the dust. They were made from refined
From
product.
the fine product.
Refined.
Refined.
He took his time.
Like he really took his time. How
No.
presented
Have you
it
not
to
seen
the man.
women are beautiful?
Very
No,
beautiful.
I'm not
It's
trying
our
to talk.
This one, this Wednesday,
No,
brush.
true. True. Women are, if you look at the figure, you see a sculptor's expertise. A woman, you see figure 8, everything in the right proportion. That's the truth. So you may not have the upside, he gives you the other side to compensate. You may have both sides. God, long hair, if you're going to do it short, use your choice. God took his time to create you as a woman. So why would you want to relegate yourself to being just a wife, a mother, and then stay at home? No man will respect you and not bring value to the table. No matter who you are, no matter how beautiful you are, he will not even see the beauty anymore. When there's no value you bring to the table. So from the onset of that relationship, the scores. I told one young man, you like that lady? Have you looked at her? Look at the wig on her head. You know how much it is? Look at her glowing skin. You know how much cream how much
To preserve that skin.
Can you maintain it? What is your income? Think
wisely.
You must be intentional to avoid chaos in marriage. And when she asks you tomorrow to give you this, you tell her you're so demanding, blah, blah, blah. In the same vein, to as a woman, look at that guy coming to ask for your hand in marriage. Can you carry him? Women like heroes, public figures. But for a man to be a public figure as a hero, there's some prices he's paying in the secret. It's not every day you get all the hugs, all the accolades. Can you take it? Can you handle it? God told the Moses, said, tell them, wash your clothes. Bridegroom, leave your bride for some time. Come out. That times man may not be in the bedroom with you. Maybe crying for a Valentine is not there because he's a go-getter. So can you carry that destiny? These are things you must discuss at the point of entry.
I love that at the point of entry. All right.
At the point of entry.
Let's go on our word of mouth. And when we return, I said that today's conversation, don't worry, when we are done, there'll be a shift in your mindset concerning partnership. We'll be right back. Welcome back from that short break. That was our word of marble. Just make you have an idea. Sometimes this word of marble is good because it sticks. It helps you remember certain things. You could write them, put them somewhere, and it reminds. That's why they are called words on marble. And we've been discussing partners in partnership. Behind the camera, I'm saying, even me seated here, I'm already feeling the fire. So I'm wondering what the viewers are feeling there, I said in today's conversation, when we are done, there will be a shift in mindset. Whether you're already married, learning is a continuous thing. You would not know everything, and we still have our very Pastor Gladys right here with us. Thank you very much for that inspire. Anytime you come, you're always, there is this like you just finish and you feel it's grace. Yes, no, let the grace continue to flow. But now let's bring it down to business. Can couples partner in business? Like have a running multinational or any business. It could be a kiosk. You know, sometimes you pass by the street, you see a husband and wife in their small kiosks. You know, the husband is selling, the wife is there, and like that. How can they partner in that business, still maintain the love, the bond, the intimacy? Because sometimes they get back home and one person is tired, one person wants and the other one is saying, so it brings that, and then there's the argument of money, who is spending, who is not spending, and all of that. So how can couples partner in business and still maintain love, relationship, intimacy, without bringing the business aspect into the marriage or the relationship?
Thank you, ma'am. That's a very, very profound question. The best partners you can think of is supposed to be husband and wife. It's supposed to be. Bible says one wishes 1,000, two will put 10,000 to flight. It says two is better than one. You know, when Christ was sending his disciples out, he sent them in twos. Very important. It says they will have reward for their labor. When one is cold, they produce heat when they are together. So it's supposed to be the best thing. It's supposed to be the best thing. Who else should be your partner in business if not your spouse? But you know what? I think Africa is still growing into that. Because Africa can be sentimental and emotional. Emotional. Now there's a difference between the bedroom and the boardroom. So you must learn how to separate both. When it comes to relationship, it's going to work. You've got to define terms. Yes, couples can work together profitably. Profitably. All right. I know a woman she was bagging pure water in nylon. You know, she bagging the water, and then she took it. Of course, she always take it to her husband's pharmacy and drop it in a cup. People keep buying and keep buying. One day the man looked at the wife's business. People are really buying this thing. Okay, let me support her on what she's doing. The man brought his expertise, his knowledge as a pharmacist. They repackaged the water, rebranded it, gave it a name. Today is one of the major, I was told, the major source of income for the family, major. Because he chose to partner with his wife. And what she was doing on a smaller scale. But most times, a man does not know the difference between my wife at home and my partner in business. He still wants her to play those wifey roles, even in the office.
Even in the office.
All right. The wife does not know that this is my boss at work, if the man is the boss or partner, and my husband. She wants to get emotional. Today, I'm having cramp. I'm not coming to work. Maybe you should understand now. You're my husband. It doesn't work that way. I like a white man. Somebody bashed the white man's car, you know, here. And of course, that poor guy came down frustrated, was begging, please, I'm sorry, sir. I'm sorry, I'm very sorry. Forgive me, I'm sorry. I said, okay, I'm forgiving you. I won't press charges, but please fix my car.
Wow.
You know?
I'm not pressing charges. But fix my car.
So because of you apologize, you pleaded to just fix the car. I'm telling you the truth. So
That's being serious with his business.
But you know, here we are
so
emotional, we are Africa, in the name of hospitality. We must spell things out. There are good couples out there doing business together in partnership. They determine what their goals are, their objective for the organization, who does what. Are we partners? Are we sharing are we equal 50-50? Or are you going to do something, I'll do 30? Am I doing something, you're doing 30? How are we sharing our profits and our losses?
Very important.
How are we going to share it? You determine it from the onset. If you're good, then I'm game. If otherwise, let's go and seek individual employment so as to preserve our marriage. Because if you don't spread these things out, it will affect the home. You bring the challenges in the office back to the house, and it will affect the home. So you must separate the boardroom from the bedroom. That's the truth. And it takes a lot of intentionality, being deliberate, and intelligence.
You know, I guess yesterday we were talking after the show, and he said all his children after his service used to walk with him. And he says once you cross the door, you don't call him dad, you call him Mr. Robinson.
That's it, of course.
And I looked at him and I'm like,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
And he said,
Business is
yes.
business.
Yeah.
He said, once, even if me and you are in the car, he said, once I take them to the office and they come down, thank you, Mr. Robinson. At that point, I'm not your dad.
Right.
I have
removed that-
Of
automatically.
course.
He
That's
said,
it.
once office closed, we can put on the this. And I was like, okay. So that is intentionality. I think if we bring that into marriage, a lot of businesses will strive and a lot of income will be preserved without just like emotion. We are too emotional. Where you're supposed to call somebody.
How do you handle this emotional aspect of you not crossing
Boundary.
boundaries in that business?
No, talking about Africans, Africans, we are emotional.
Africans, how?
See, how can we get the emotional out? Can we? Is it possible?
Is it possible, see?
Even from time immemorial, from the days of primitive till now, can we mature too, or we're just by the time using it as a lay-by, a kind of getaway, an
Emotional
escape route?
black way,
Yeah,
yes.
it's like an escape route.
It's
It has
like
become
an escape route, true.
That's the word. It has become
Yes,
an
that's the word. It has.
Is it that we cannot be matured,
Maturity.
you know, to remove that, you know, just lift the old from the bottom, remove the, you know, the emotional parts of that aspect in the partnership when it comes to business. Because see, when you're husband and wife, it's very difficult to run business together. This kind of, it's very difficult, especially if your wife like money, or if the husband is the type that wants detailed information. How did this go? How? Yeah, your mommy came now. When your mom came, and she brought your auntie. That your auntie from your daddy's side. What will I do? I just have to give them. But it was on the, and they saw it. You will tell them to pay, or you bring money from your pocket
Okay, and pay.
How do we remove that emotional?
Yes. Why you were asking that question, what came to me is reorientation. Somebody was sharing how they had a family function. He's into bakery, catering, and there's pastries and what the cakes and all that.
Really happening.
So they had the family function. Probably the father was celebrating or something, and he told him that your own business, you're gonna contribute cake. You're gonna all the cakes for this program. You're gonna bake the cake. That's your contribution. He said, "You pay." He told them, "I'm gonna bake the cake, but you pay." To them, it was offensive. They couldn't imagine it. So they began to report him. That began to report him to his aunties. Can you imagine your son told me to pay for cake that he bakes? My son bakes cake. You know, we need to get the so it's the reorientation. I know also came to me now is that if we don't grow up fast, our Gen Zion children will teach us.
They're already teaching us.
You say, you
enter their room.
My son, I borrowed his 50 naira this morning, and now when I was with him, he said, "Mommy, you're returning 250 naira." I said, "The 50." I said, "My 50 naira you borrowed." I said, "But I'm giving you snack." I said, "No, Mommy, that 50 naira, add it."
They will teach you.
They won't bat an eye. Get snacks. This is my snacks. I'm eating it. Can I have a bite? Can I have a share? Mommy, sorry, it's mine. And they will eat it. No, you will even think, "Oh, Mommy, okay, come on." But they will finish it.
You don't feel like, when did you get this? I'm not like that. I'm not like that.
I know. I respect.
You enter their room without knocking. The look.
And it will not look. It will not become like. It will be like they are disrespectful.
You feel they are. I'm telling you.
That's how they
but
feel.
God is a just God.
God is a just because what you failed to acknowledge, what you as parents has failed to understand and train yourself. Because every day we grow, we are growing.
We must grow up.
We must grow up. We must grow up.
That is why when God has told a woman, "I'm sending you to the nations to do this for me," she's saying, "Lord, I'm a woman." With the male folks say, "Hey, when they say this, hey, I'm not submissive. Hey, Lord, send that man." It's time to break those traditions.
It's time to break the traditions.
Now, because our time is really running. Can partnership be one-sided in a relationship? Can it be one-sided? Like we're talking about 70-30, 50-50.
Yeah, okay.
Can it be one-sided?
In the real sense of partnership, we have what we call dormant partners. We have dominant partners, dormant or sleeping partners. Okay, those ones, they can invest their money, but they're not into the day running of the business. You run, then give them their profit. Maybe just 30% profit you give to them. So it's possible in marriage. What is your agreement? Just agree. That's the truth. What the both of you come together to agree. Even in marriage. Now, we're husband and wife, yes. Are we going to have people living in a house together? Are we going to stay alone? Are we picking housekeepers or relatives? Who lives with us? Who is the breadwinner? Are we both going to work and pull our resources together? Are we going to have joint accounts? These are things you discuss. Communication is key for every partnership to thrive. Are we going to do this? Are we going to do that? Who does this? Who does that? Write it down. Agree. Discuss often. Reorientate yourself. Retrain yourself. Remind yourself of your agreement. Put it where to be able for everybody to see, where it's obvious. Share. Talk about it. When you have challenge, discuss it. All right. If you agree one person should be dormant while the other is active, fine. If you want both parts to do 50-50, fine. We must respect our boundaries. I think in the book of 1 Samuel, David went to war. He went to fight with Philistines, and on coming back, they had taken away their children, all their wares, everything. And then, he now said, okay, let's go and get back what they took from us. 200 people said, oh, we're not going. We are tired, we are weak. We need to rest. Okay, 400, you go with us. You 200, stay behind. When they got everything back, they recovered all and go home. The men, they call him the son of Belial, said, they didn't go with us, they won't have a share. He said, no. Those that went to war and those that stayed at home to take care of the home front are all important. So we share equally. And that became a rule in Israel. So that became the rule. So it is wisdom to discuss all. If we are partners, okay, I as a husband, let me do maybe 9 to 7 p.m. work. Why you do maybe 9 to 2? Because our children are still young. They need their mother at home. Both parents can just leave the home and leave the kids at the mercy of relatives and housekeepers. Topic for another day. All right? You must all agree. And we must also be flexible. Time changes. That means we can adjust with time. We change to accommodate everybody. The rule of partnership is love. Ensure that love is the bedrock. Yes, it's good to set rules, like we said, and establish. But also the rule is love.
Love.
That's the truth. That's bedrock. We must care for one another. Make adjustments where necessary.
When necessary, make adjustments when necessary. Okay, so now as we round up, how do we differentiate and bring to bear where we have external forces coming in terms of family, friends? You husband and wife, you have sat down and put your rules together. But no family was there. And the family see you executing those rules. And then there's always the interface. And the mind is very fragile. If you've not conquered the mind, you will keep having a switch. What you've laid down, one person will come back and say, no, this one is still boils down to emotional. No, this one is too close to me. This one trained me when I was in school. You were not there. You cannot put this rule together. How do couple in partnership fight the external force, even the society that will come for you? Let's assume husband and wife are working in an organization. The woman is the boss. And the man is supposed to say, yes, ma'am. And the relatives come to visit. And he's sitting and saying, okay, telling madam, yes, ma'am. That is number one thing that the whole Umunai, the whole village. Umunai, I'm still from the east. Umunai, the Umunai, you know what I'm saying? They will gather on your behalf. The chase, the the chase will come for a meeting.
Okay.
So how do
let me say this. For every decision you make, it will be proven. Those things we see as negativities are just some things God allows to prove your partnership, to prove your decisions. Are you resolute? Are you resolute? Bible says storms will come because of the word. When God gives you a word, a promise, what you will expect is the promise, right? But what will come at that moment is the opposite of your expectation to prove your faith. To prove if you believe truly that God can do what He said He can do. So God can use anybody. If God does not use those internal humanness, you will not take it seriously because they are close to you. Someone may tell you stupid idiot out there. It goes with emotion. But when it comes to a relative saying that to you, you feel bad. This person knows me. Why
would he?
See,
Why would
finish.
she? That's it, finish. Why would I need to see finish?
Because it's within your proximity. It's someone close to you. All right. So they're just there to prove you. So you decide. Husband and wife should have a sign language. They have their sign languages. They have the way they communicate. My husband and I, the way we communicate, we may be discussing intimate things with our coded words. Nobody would, including our family members. Our children, they're the family members. All right. He will not know. You don't say, oh, I want to be in the other. No. There are languages. So couples must have sign language. All right, you must. Two of you are the main focus in that relationship. So every other person comes on it. Two of you are the most important part of that relationship. It must be protected. Your union matters to God. It matters to man. When you get it right, it will bless everybody, including the relatives.
That's true. To bless everybody. To bless everybody. Please
want
don't
to say a
find
big
out.
thank you for today's discussion.
Thank you.
But we will not let you go unless you give us your final advice. To all those partners and family around them, their own decision comes first. We just wanted to just help to, shake them
Strengthen them.
give them a
morale.
little shake when it comes to partners and partnership. What they should expect and what they should do.
So, okay, thank you. So let me speak direct to my camera.
Yes. To your
Thank
camera.
you. All right. Define your terms. Are you into partnership? Or you're having a boss and subordinate relationship? If truly you're going to be into partnership and you really want to be into partnership, then define your roles. Have a common goal. And every party in the partnership has a say. Every party in the partnership has a say. You can't dominate the talk. Bring your opinion, but make room for your partner. Ask him or her, what is what I feel? What do you think? Don't seek to dominate talk, otherwise you're not into partnership. You're just running a one-man venture. Make your marriage work, make your relationship work, make the right investments, and make room for your partner. Thank you.
Okay, you heard it.
Make
Thank you
room
once
for your
again.
partner. Thank
Make room
you.
for your partner. Make room, make way. There no loitering, no waiting, no stopping,
Keep moving.
no standing, no
Moving.
sitting. Keep moving with your partner because that's the only thing that can keep your relationship not to be stagnant. Because when it becomes stagnant, you
stink.
need those teas and those composures to make it
Yeah.
work. Those teas.
Emergency.
Bring it, adopt it, bring it in. See that putting it onto one edge. Yeah. Sincerely, we need it. It helps our
Maintain your
relationship.
steez,
I
man.
shared some things yesterday about my relationship and what I went through. When you don't have your me time with your partner. That's why we're here. We're doing serious business here.
That's right.
Sometimes it looks like we're joking, but in that joke, take a little bit of positive knowledge and adapt it. Because we lacked it in that area. We're sharing it for you to see how you can exhibit it into yours. And it will help you. It will help you. I was almost close to tears yesterday because I'm wearing my glasses, didn't see it. But that was how bad it was. So you heard it. Adopt good things into your relationship. Your partnership means a lot, and use it well. Use it well because it's the best time you can use it. You are young. You see all those old ones. Just said somebody celebrated 50 years of marriage. No, Sanu, it has come to time to understanding. The love is there, but the understanding makes it thick and makes it stronger. I wish you the very best of today. Like I told you, go out and grab your copy, grab your goodness, grab your success, and grab your success.